It's been a long time. I just want to say, who's betting? I did. I am. All right. I'm going to get right to it. The biggest fight on my mind is Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford. The money line is Canelo minus 165 and Terrence Crawford plus 135. Y'all know when it comes to boxing, I typically hunt for value, which usually means I bet on the underdog. In this case, it's Crawford, okay? I like Crawford in this fight. Hear me out. Even though Canelo has more power and a better resume, Crawford has never tasted defeat. He has a longer reach, better footwork, and Canelo has issues with his knees. I don't know why nobody's talking about it, but Canelo has issues with his knees, which affects your footwork. Now, Crawford also usually turns up in the middle of a fight, and Canelo, that's usually when he starts turning down. Not that he hasn't had some knockouts in later rounds, but typically Terrence Crawford, stays on the outside and he picks you off. And then once he's about the middle of the fight, he turns up, he's studied you, he's got you. And that's when Canelo typically turns down in the middle. All Crawford has to do, in my humble opinion, is use his footwork and ring IQ like Mayweather did. Canelo is not against fighters, not great, I should say. Canelo is not really great against fighters who have a high IQ and who fight from a southpaw stance. And Crawford is known for switching his stances, in a fight. A whole lot. He switches left, right in this stance. And Crawford is also known to be equally powerful in both hands. So Canelo is good at cutting off the ring, and he has power. But if Crawford, in my humble opinion, if he dances around him, keeps jabbing him from the outside, and he utilizes his reach advantage and footwork, I think Canelo could come off looking slow and clunky in this fight and could get frustrated, all right? Now, I know my opinion isn't popular, but I think Crawford can pull this off. Now, another thing I want to address, some people say, well, Crawford's been out of the ring a while, he has ring rust. But there have been, I just want to say there's been notable fighters who were out of the ring for some time and came back and won. We got Sugar Ray Leonard, Mayweather, De La Hoya, Foreman, Ali did it. Roberto Duran was off and came back at 37 years old to beat Iran Barkley for the WBC middleweight title. So it's been done. I don't know why people are acting like it hasn't been done. So what? He's 38 and he's been out the ring. I think he's going to come back fresh, strong. And a lot of times these fighters come back who stay out for a while on a little hiatus. They come back with a better style or a higher IQ or somehow they improved. And I think, and I'm betting on it, that Crawford is one of those. So just so y'all know me, I bet on Crawford way back in May when his odds were at plus 850. And I also bet on Canelo, too, on another ticket when his odds were plus 330. So I'm going to win either way. And plus, I made some parlays. And I also bet on a draw back in May. It was at plus 1,600 right now. I didn't look today. Excuse me, y'all. But back in May, a draw was plus 1,600. I had to have it. All right. So I snagged that, too. And now I noticed the odds went way down, okay? And I knew that plus 850 Crawford wasn't going to last, or that plus 330 for Canelo by knockout, TKO, or DQ at plus 330. I knew that wasn't going to last, cars going by. So, but on September the 4th, I did do a parlay with a round robin on Crawford. I bet, excuse me, y'all, dang. I bet Crawford, Jaron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Abdullah Mason, and Brian Norman Jr. I put them on a parlay, and I round robined it. So, if you didn't catch it early, because some of y'all are new bettors and you don't know that on certain fights you need to bet months. Most fights bet months ahead of time. Don't wait till the end. And then it's not an exact science because sometimes you get better odds closer to the fight. But typically, I bet months ahead of time, and I typically see better odds then. But if you didn't bet early, and you're looking at this what is it, plus 135, what I say? Plus 135 for Terrence and minus 165. What you could do is, since the odds aren't really that far, I mean, look, Canelo's got a little bit of juice, and to me a little too much juice, but it's only slight at minus 165 and versus Terrence plus 135. So what you could do, if you're just now betting, you could do a Canelo ticket, just a money line for that minus 165. I mean, my bad, a Terrence Crawford money line at plus 135, right? And then on another ticket, do Canelo at minus 165, and then do pick another pick to make it a 2-pick parlay to balance out the odds so that you win either way, okay? And so you could do Canelo and Abdullah Mason, or Canelo and Virgil Ortiz, or Canelo and Brian Norman Jr. And I'm going to cover Brian Norman Jr. and Haney in the next fight. And yes, I already bet on it. I'm going to cover them in the next Who's Betting? I Am. So, yeah, you could do a Canelo 2-pick at that minus 165. Put it with something else. Do a 2-pick parlay. And then do Terrence on the ticket by himself just to balance it out if you waited too late. But I knew that plus 850 with Crawford and that plus 330 with Canelo, I knew it wasn't going to last, so I bet way back in May. So, that's all I want to share with y'all on this Who's Betting. Thank you for watching Who's Betting? I Am. All right. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a sports betting friend of yours if you found it interesting or entertaining in any way. Even if you just want to hate, just share the hate then, okay? And remember, bet wise and never, ever bet more than you can afford to lose, all right? And please check out the Wize Sports Betting Shorts channel for Major League Baseball picks. And today I got the WNBA picks, just the stat best only. I didn't break down nothing. And I can't believe we're in I should have did a WNBA. I didn't know today Wize plays WNBA. This was the last the last games of the season. And next week is the playoffs. I can't believe this year went by so fast. So thank you for watching, y'all. And I'll see you on the next video, all right? And good luck to you on all your open bets.